Oh my god, man, this episode has some intense shit going on. This is crazy.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
And I do mean that literally. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Gen V. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode. This is for Season 2, Episode 4, titled Bags, or as they should have called it, Jordan versus Marie. I mean, I think that would have been a more fitting thing, you know? I mean, Vought International literally advertised it on their channel, on their Instagram, on their TikTok, everywhere, saying that, hey guys, make sure to tune in. The newest episode, Jordan and Marie are going to fight, you know what I mean? And it's going to be intense, and it's going to be this and that. I mean, they came out with a commercial for it, for God's sake. So, this is definitely my favorite episode this season so far. I loved everything with Cypher. I loved the intensity. I loved the team up with Kate. I loved the Emma stuff, the toilet shit. I mean, genuinely, this episode was outrageous. And this is what I call a damn good time for a boys episode. That is what I call this. Again, faithful spinoff, man. Very faithful to what the original show type of shit they would do. And I mean that very literally. So, we start off the episode with Firecracker. She's talking about Jordan's statement that Jordan made at the end of the last episode where Jordan told the truth, basically. And now the entire school hates Jordan, basically. So you've got Seth from the original show, the marketing guy, that shows up and says, okay, you're going to fight, you know what I mean? And I think it was the gender bender versus the blood shifter or some shit like that. Or no, the gender shifter versus the blood bender. I think that's what they consider it. And both of them have to fight. And Marie and Jordan are like, no, and, you know, Marie's like, I couldn't even kick Jordan's ass if I wanted to, you know what I mean, let alone now. So they're basically saying, like, yeah, you don't have a choice, and then Cypher gets really freaking mad, and he's like, you don't have a fucking choice, you know, and he loses it, and basically, they realize that the only thing they can do now is go to Kate and see what they can get, and they're not for this, especially Emma. They're like, no, we don't need Kate, and they're like, well, we kind of have no choice, you know what I mean? So they go to Kate, and you know what's funny, actually, and I figured this, Kate actually helps them. Kate does help them 100%, because she doesn't want to be controlled by Cypher. They are starting to get the impression that Cypher is not a superhero, and Marie, which, yeah, badass Marie, she finds out herself. She finds out that, yeah, Cypher has no powers, because when he trains her later on, which was a really cool scene with the blood bags, and he's training her how to, you know, do that, and she's trying to control the blood, but then it bursts, you know what I mean? And there's a few interesting kind of, you know, sequences there. I liked how they called the goat Elon Musk. I was like, what the fuck? That shit killed me, man. And I think there was also Julie Fox that they brought out and shit. I was like, these showrunners are fucking nuts, man. They're insane. But anyway, so that was hilarious. But then basically, she's trying to control it and it bursts, right? So then he's like, don't use your fucking hand. Don't do nothing, you know? And she just sits there with her mind controlling it, and she does it, and she succeeds, right? So I thought that was really cool. So again, great for Marie. Love seeing that. And, well, basically after that, you've got Emma and her buddies that are smoking dope. They're smoking pot and shit. And then the almost the biggest, like, Chad-looking dude ever comes in there, you know, with big muscles, you know? And he's just like, hey, ladies, how you doing, you know? It's, like, the most, like, typical, like high school love story shit I've ever seen, you know what I mean? I do find it funny, though, because they're intentionally making it corny as hell, I can tell. And I think they've done a good job with it, because the guy just genuinely looks like an idiot, like a just big muscle dummy, you know what I mean? But anyway, he helps them out, and he's like, yeah, Emma's weed is free on me, you know what I mean? And he's helping her out. He likes Emma by the looks of it. Probably a better relationship for Emma to get into than Sam, because Sam's just batshit crazy, which actually, now that I think about it, we didn't see Sam this episode, which, yeah, no, I'm assuming we'll see him next episode, but anyway, very interesting. So, we got that going on. They have no choice but to fight. Marie's training. She's starting to think that Cypher has no powers altogether, and they're starting to think, like, well, maybe we can do something, you know what I mean? So, you've got Emma that while this event is going on, and while you get this rumble happening, you've got Emma that goes through the pipes. And, well, in a very boys fashion, you've got Cypher that talks with Kate, as Kate kind of says, like, hey, my powers are coming back. You know, he's like, hey, that's great. You know what I mean? And they're talking and stuff. And then you've got Marie and you've got Jordan, and basically they have a bit of a talk or whatever, kind of about how when Jordan first got his powers, you know, they didn't really know what to do with them, you know, and it was a very, you know, tough time for them, but they didn't ever, you know, tell anybody about their powers until way later on, which I thought was interesting. But then basically they go out there to the arena. You've got Jordan that gets booed, and then you got Marie that is, you know, supported, and they stand there, they're ready to fight, and then Cypher hears all this stuff from Kate, and, well, he basically says nature calls, so he goes to take a shit, basically. So, yeah, oh yeah, I'm not kidding you. He goes to take a shit on camera. And we luckily don't see any shit. I would have said, what the hell at that point. But, you know, that's the one thing I appreciate about the boys. They don't show shit on screen. You know, that's the one thing they're limited to. And I appreciate that, because that would have been fucking disgusting. And I would have docked some points for that. But they didn't show shit, so, you know, there you go. But anyway, but, you know what's funny, though? They still show some shit. He frickin' came up, and we saw the POV of Emma as she got through the pipes, and she was trying to climb through the toilet. So, you see her there, she's trying to hold on, she's trying to get out of the toilet, as you've got Cypher that comes in and sits his bare ass down on the toilet, as we see the POV of his ass sitting down, and I see a bit of his ball sack as well. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And she climbs out of there just in time. He takes his shit while she gets the fuck out of there. She interacts with Kate, and she's like, listen, like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And they decide to record him. And you may think, like, oh shit, like, what the hell? Like, they're gonna record him, they might catch something, you know? Well, I thought that too. They record Cypher, and Cypher somehow knows the fucking camera is there. And he picks it up, and he's like, yeah, it was really a lousy attempt, you know what I mean? And you're wondering, what the fuck is this guy's deal? How does he know everything? And then at the end of the episode, they show you, he completely took over Jordan's mind. He completely took over Jordan's mind completely. And had Jordan try to kill Marie. That wasn't even Jordan in there. He took over Jordan's mind for a small bit. Until Marie won the fight like he requested. Here I was thinking like, okay, maybe Marie is going to let Jordan win. And maybe it'll be a touching moment. And then Cypher will be mad at them. And this and that. No, Cypher knew 100% how that fight was going to go down. He was controlling the fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Insane, man. Listen, Cypher, I think that's why I'm liking this season more than season 1, admittedly. Because season 1, Dean Shetty, as you guys know, I did not really care about that character. I just found she was meh. But this season, I think that's why I'm liking season 2 far more than I liked season 1. This season actually is showing somebody that is able to control everything and is able to sense every little move our characters are doing, and he's enjoying it, and he's getting pleasure out of all this stuff, and it is a serious threat for our characters. Not to mention the looming threat of Homelander is bigger than ever this season with the Supes and the way they're treated and the way everything is worked and everything. This episode genuinely was incredible. I give this episode a perfect 10 out of 10. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the crazy moments. I loved the outrageous comedy. I loved the intense villain moments for Cypher. And overall, it was a fantastic episode. It was really great. It's actually one of my more favorite Gen V episodes, besides episode 8. I'd probably say this is up there for one of my favorite Gen V episodes so far. This was a great episode. In all ways, honestly. The fucked up moments, the crazy shit, the character moments. I mean, it was great. Honestly, this felt like, to me, an average boys episode. And that's what I appreciated about it. And I like that. You know what I mean? I like spinoffs that are faithful. And this season, you know, I got to admit, season 1, not so much. Season 2... it's been faithful so far to the original. It really has been, and it's been good at that too. And I will say, in terms of now seeing the first 4 episodes, having 4 episodes left, I am much more impressed with this season than season 1. It's actually not even close. I'm really, really liking this season so far. They're doing a good job. So, let me know your thoughts. Post comments down below. What do you make of Gen V Season 2 so far? Let me know how you feel about it, and post all those comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for The Boys and Gen V. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. his reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.